Hey, I'm back again with another tech tip. This is a series I'm calling AI as my new TA, how to use ChatGPT in the classroom, or for the classroom rather. And today I'm going to do some ChatGPT orientation. Basically just how to get around the ChatGPT website. So here's a blank ChatGPT website. In the upper right hand corner is your user information, settings, etc. Over here is the sidebar, which you can open up and you can find a list, an archive of past work you've done with ChatGPT. And here is your chat window. And this is where you can put your prompt in and it will open a new window with your response. So I'm going to start off today by demoing it just to show you what it can do and sort of how to move around. So I'm going to ask it to do this task. Write a short paragraph about Richard Simmons, the exercise guru from the 80s. So when I hit enter, like I said, it's going to open up a new window, and here we have a paragraph. Okay, I'm not even going to read it yet. Now, the important thing about ChatGPT is that you have to refine your prompts. So I am going to add a new instruction. It says, shorten the paragraph a bit and rewrite it at the complexity level of a ninth grade student or of a high school student in the ninth grade. Add a sentence about his sense of humor and mention his recent death. Here we go. Let's see if it shortens it first of all. It shortened it a little bit. And then it says he had a big, colorful personality and a great sense of humor, often making people laugh while they exercised. And then the last sentence, although he stepped out of the spotlight later in life, Simmons passed away on August 23rd, 2023, but is still remembered for his positive impact on health and fitness. That is not correct, by the way. He did not die in 2023. So it's good, obviously, to double check the information. So he died in 2024 in July. Okay, I'm going to take this paragraph now, and we're going to work with this paragraph, and I'm going to have it. It says, based on the most recent paragraph, write 3 short answer questions about the topic of Richard Simmons. So these would be like check for understanding questions. And it came up with 3 questions. Okay, now I'm going to further refine those questions. So I say, make those questions multiple choice instead. We'll see what ChatGPT does. All right. 3 questions. Okay. When did he pass away? So these, all of these answers are incorrect. So, and then let's further refine these questions here. I say, recreate the question so that the correct answer option is clearly supported by the text. 2 of the wrong answer options should be nearly correct, but with weaker evidence. 1 of the wrong answer options is comically off track. Also indicate the correct answer option and explain the answer option rationales. See what it does here. So right away you can see the rationales in parentheses afterward. So dance routines to oldies music is correct. Here's our nearly correct. It says similar concept, but not the style of music. Fitness related, but not his style. And then here, weightlifting tutorials. Comically off track. He was not known for weightlifting. And then here's an explanation. And so you can really drill down with these questions. Okay, so by the way, you can archive the chats when you're over here in the sidebar and they show up. There's, look, a Richard Simmons overview. You can also archive them if you click on them. Archive them, delete them, or rename them, so that way you can navigate over here. And then if you do archive them, they show up over here in your user settings under archived. Okay, really quickly, I'm gonna wrap this up. Oh yeah, there has this attachment paperclip. It doesn't handle large text prompts very well. For example, if you were to paste an article into it, so you could have it set up as a Google Doc or a PDF and import that instead, and it does a pretty clean job of reading that that Google Drive doc that you sent to them. Okay, so ChatGPT best practices and tips. It's important to remember that the prompt is what counts. So pre-write your prompt. Don't compose it right there in ChatGPT. Write it in a Google Doc so that way you can tinker with it. Next, make your prompt super specific. Consider ability level, length, audience, etc. as you're writing it. As an English teacher, I think about rhetorical situation. Who's the audience? What's the occasion? What's the purpose? Those are rhetorical situations questions we would have our students ask, and I ask those same questions as I write a prompt. You need to plan on iteration and refinement. So you saw how I came back in with follow-up questions to drill down to exactly what it is I wanted ChatGPT to do. Ask it to do more than you need. If you need 5 questions, ask it for 12. That way you can sort through them or Frankenstein a few together, to get to the right number of the best questions or whatever it is you want it to do. Ask it to do more than you need. It doesn't mind. Review everything ChatGPT generates. So you'll notice I found the wrong date of death for our friend Richard Simmons, and that's something that I would have needed to check. And then lastly, save all of your Google prompts and responses in Google Drive, because there's no guarantee that archive is going to stick around. It could disappear behind a paywall. And in any case, it's good to have a record of those things. Last thing I want to say, 2 things to remember. Number 1, AI will not replace us. Despite the credit recovery programs that let students make up a semester of work in a week and a half, our jobs as professionals are pretty secure for the time being. Distance learning and COVID days are evidence enough that adolescents are better taught by a person standing in front of them. And the second thing is that AI is not cheating. Is it cheating for a student to ask AI to write an essay for them? Yes. Is it cheating for teachers to ask AI to do work for them? No. And it's not hypocrisy either. The difference is that we are professionals who have already done this work by hand 100 times. So for us, it's not a cheat, it's a tool. Hit me up with any questions. Goodbye.